actors rarely find, it's not uncommon,
Sure.
but it's also not so common.
It's not unheard of. Yeah.
It's not unheard of to kind of be a star in one language, one industry, and then go find stardom in another industry. It's like it's kind of a nice thing, you know. It's like a
Exactly what I'm saying. I find I mean, sometimes I understand the complaints. I understand when a Malayalam audience don't like the delays, or a Tamil audience sometimes are like, you know, you need to do more films here. Why aren't you focusing? Or there is, when I'm promoting Lucky Bhaskar, if I say that I have another Telugu film lined up, there is a certain joy there. But my personal journey from inside outwards, it's the most beautiful thing for any actor, I think. Also, I'm such a sucker for like culture and experiences and language and people and culture and whatever, like all of this stuff, food, you know, attire. That for me every day seems like a different experience. It's like I was speaking Sen Tamil, like vintage 1950s Tamil, saying Neer and Irkrir and all this stuff for Kanta. And then suddenly, next day, I'm promoting in Telugu and trying to form sentences today with the little broken Telugu that I know and understand. And I find that utterly beautiful.
yeah. But you know why? Because the thing is, you know, when one industry thinks they own you,
Yeah.
and then you go and become a star somewhere else, they're like, no, come back. You know, that happens.
So now the peace I've made with my head is that wherever I go, if I only do great work and great cinema comes out of it, then it is not. Then it is time well spent away from my mother industry. If I'm away from Malayalam and doing a Telugu film, and if it's worth that time away, I'll be forgiven. But if it's not, then that is completely justified. I think that I should hear the brunt of it.
So that leads me to two questions. One is, when Venki Atluri comes and says, okay, this is what I want you to do, this is the basic narration of the film, this is the character you have to play, what's the click that happened? What said, listen, this is something that I want to do, I haven't done it before?
I love the genre of it. I mean, I study finance in business school.
This is not finance.
I mean, it is there.
But it's not the kind of finance you study at business school.
It isn't. I mean, so I'm saying, like, I know bankers. I grew up, some of my best friends are, but obviously they're like investment bankers and stuff. So it's not a world that I don't know, but it's set in the 80s of that time, banking of that time.
The look is fantastic.
Yeah. I think Bangla and Nimish have both just really knocked out of the park, which was an amazing experience for shooting the film also. Like, every day felt super immersive. That bank set, the 45 days we shot there, every actor felt like my colleague. We're all bank employees. We all had roles to play. We all had all my co-actors in the bank. We literally had tasks to do each day in our workspace and stuff. So I found that so believable. But beyond that, I felt like the film is very relatable to a majority of us Indians. I feel like either we all have been Bhaskar at some point, or know somebody who's Bhaskar, or even today, you know, someone who's going through life as Bhaskar, where every month his cash flow is negative. Like, he's got a fixed paycheck. He's trying for some side hustle, but like his obligations as the only earning member of his family, and living in a large sort of joint family with his father, his siblings, his wife and kid. All of that made me really connect to him. Like, I'm like, I feel for this guy. Like, I understand what his struggle is, and he's sincere and genuine, trying to do what he is trying to do. So I was like, Venki, if we can make this film the way you're narrating it, and by the time the film is over, if a percentage of the audience feels they are Bhaskar, then I think that'll be like our big accomplishment for the film. And I think that's what we've strived for. I'm hoping that's what we get. So for me, instantly, that's what I liked about it.
The other thing that I liked about the teaser or the trailer was that Dulquer's playing a family man, a middle-aged character which he hasn't done in too many
No,
films. Have you ever done that? I'm trying to think.
rare, like small bits in solo maybe.
Yeah,
but
but this, you know,
explored in
like
detail.
actually, like having, you know, wife, children, that kind of stuff. Like,
No,
I don't think you've
no.
ever.
That
Was
is
very
again new. So that's again, I guess Mahanati maybe, but he's not really. Wasn't really much of a family man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I feel like today I'm in a place where I really get it, you know, and I feel like
Get what?
get what that whole family situation, being a father, being a husband. I feel like I connect to that more in terms of age now.
Right.
So that was very exciting for me to play.
Yeah.
And like day one, I walked into set. Bangla had done this house. It felt so lived in. Like the house had all these stories to tell and history, and you know, Meenakshi came dressed as Sumati, and Ritvik. Ritvik is there in jailer. He came dressed as my son Karthik, and Banerjee sir was playing my father, and these two actors were playing my siblings, who were lovely. And we shot these montages to begin with, just as a family eating together, or basic living life in that house. And I was like, this is the magic of cinema, where I get to now live this life. And it felt like that. It felt like that life. Same thing with the bank.
Right. Have you ever talked to Pranav Mohanlal about what's it like to be in this weird situation where you have such accomplished dads
Yeah.
that you know, like whatever you do is being seen as a bit of a comparison?
So most of my most fond interactions and memories of Pranav and me was when I was still in school. He's much younger than me. I think till about the 9th or 10th grade. And I've always liked kids. So I used to go play with him and his cousins. They're all like similar in age, and whether it's video games or whatever. We used to hang a lot. But after which I went to college, and later on he grew up, he went to college. So we never really sat down and had this discussion. But there's a lot of joy when, like, you know, he has a good film, or like a release of his film happens. And I'm very close to his mom, to Suchi auntie, and she's always like, she's like, you know, I won't ask anyone else because he's not on social media. So she'll be like, hey, you know, can you just share that? So of course, yeah, I'll do it. So, but we've never sat down and had grown-up men conversations.
Right.
Surprisingly, but I guess also like our lives are quite different. He's very outdoorsy, and you know,
Yeah, like he always seems to be trekking.
which is great. I mean,
Yeah.
I love that he's living life on his own terms. It's great.
Yeah, and that